think, right?
No. I don't have like here. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. So I think
Okay.
Soul is still gonna be great. I think Kai is right under him because Kai is not doing soul shit, but Kai is still good. May, we know May is up here. I actually don't know where Axel is, so I'm gonna just put him B because I know he has a safe, like the tornado's like safe right now, right? Like that's like your safe cancel option from like 2K2D.
Yeah, he
like
had that
right?
before. The main thing is that like the charge version. I mean, I think they're both faster, but the charge version is like a lot better in some matchups. Like in characters that can't move, like
Potemkin or
I,
like
it's late night, so I'm gonna be extra salty. Baiken Axel was already doomed, and they gave him that.
oh, so now just
I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, come on.
Thoughts on Chipp? I feel like with the like with the nerf to Wild Assault and him not like touching you and like getting the knockdown and keeping all his resources and infinite mixing you, I feel like that hurts him a bit. That plus the DP changes.
It hurts him. The DP change helps and hurts him because there people do DP to him and that sucks.
Yeah.
But then he actually his DP is weird. So I think he has one of the better DPs, probably a spicy take, because his DP has a big weakness that has travel time. So it's only invincible before he moves. Once he starts moving, he's not invincible anymore. But
ooh, okay, yeah, I see.
That nigga had a 50-50 off his DP.
Yeah, that's not high.
A 50-50 high low off his DP. So,
but I feel like that's not uncommon for any DP character. Like Soul was doing that.
Soul doesn't have that.
No,
Soul
it's not Soul doing that. Sorry,
not Soul, not Kai.
Leo was doing Leo was doing that, and Bridget was doing that, and I think
Leo, Bridget, Chipp, and then Sin, Soul, Kai. No. So when people are saying all these characters are 50-50, I'm like, to be honest, no.
It was cap 50-50. It was like
it was cap. It was legit a 50-50. Yeah, that you had to take from him.
What do they do to DPs? They made it to where you can't RC anymore. So like, if you DP, you cannot RC anymore. So like, if you DP, that's it, brother. Like, you got your hit, cool. If you didn't, you're dead. Like, I actually fuck with the change. Potemkin, I feel like with the Wild Assault nerf.
No, but he got buffed.
Yeah. Oh, I actually. Yeah. I was gonna say
buffs. He got so like
the 5H hard knockdown on air hit is really good because
5H and Hammerfall.
Hammerfall.
So that knocks down.
This is really important for a character like a grappler because like whenever you get your hits, like for it to mean that you get a knockdown, literally he's winning the game. Like 2K2D
they must feel
means
so
you win
much
the
better
game.
against randoms.
Yeah, actually, 2K2D means you win the game. 5H air hit means you win the game. Hammerfall means you win the game. Like not win the game, but like you have the threat of like 50% or 50%, right, off your 50-50. But I don't know, like as far as like the other characters, I don't know if he's doing what they're doing, but I'll put him. I guess I'll leave him. I can't even say 8 tier. Like I don't know. I feel like his game plan is too how do I put this? Too volatile, I guess, because like it's command grab, right? Like so you jump the command grab, you kill him, or if he meaties, he gives up his turn, and you go back to Potemkin neutral, right? So like
no, but here's the problem. So Potemkin, I actually think Potemkin's pretty decent right now. So the problem. I know. That's a shame. But the problem is there's a few problems, right? So White Wild Assault is nerfed, so like okay, that helps the streets, but basically it's like if he knocks you down, the new knockdowns are like meaningful knockdowns. So the way he used to work was that like there was some shit that you could just kind of get hit by, and it wasn't a big deal because he'd like knock you full screen, couldn't get anything and shit. So they've kind of like wisened up to that. So not only did they buff those over time, but the 5H air hit and like the Hammerfall knockdown are like he gets Garda guaranteed.
Oh
so
yeah,
you like can't get hit by strays early. So if you're stupid and you play against him, you just die by accident. You don't even know why you died. But then if you're good and you camp him, that nigga bursts, and he has 50 meter when he bursts, and he does the mirror or Hammerfall PRC into guessing games.
So he's making you guess. Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah. And his late game is amazing. His mid late game is really, really good. So he can like struggle, quote unquote. Okay, I'm going too him. That's too much. I'm sorry.
No. I like
that. Was a little too much. That was a little too much. He doesn't deserve this. Other characters I'll talk more shit about than him.
Okay.
But, like he can struggle against some characters, right? Sometimes it's kind of bad because like if you play Potemkin against someone good, like if you watch me play Baiken versus Potemkin, the strat I figured out was you just don't do anything. Because if Potemkin never hits you,
you don't interact.
Then like he never knocks you down.
Yeah,
so then the only thing he could do is build meter of slide head, and if he's doing slide head to build meter, you could hit him.
That's actually so funny. You're actually so funny.
Yeah, it looks like a James Chan was like, "Is this a button check?" I legit was not moving. I was just not moving, and the other guy was whiffing far slash and 5H from like half screen.
You're like, "Is this a button check?" Is crazy.
After like 10 seconds, the dude was like, "Yo, LK is not moving." And he does hammerfall. I just hit it right away. They're like, "Oh shit, it's not button check."
Wait, that's actually so funny. What tournament was this?
So funny. It's from Frosty in pools. It's a really funny set. I literally just don't move, and people are like, "Dude, why do you play like this?" I'm like, if I run at Potemkin with Baiken, I will die faster than if I do nothing and hit him with far slash like 18 times.
Yo, you're actually hilarious. I can't lie. Like,
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
No, it's funny because
he's pretty decent.
Yeah,
he's pretty decent right now.
I'll leave him here because I actually have to know what I think about the other characters before I think he's in the same tier with them. So I'm gonna leave him here for now. So too. I actually think Faust is pretty good.
Faust's probably reasonably happy with the changes too. You know, the only thing that he probably doesn't like is that Testament is better.
You know, I would agree. I don't think
they like the Testament is better.
I would agree if Testament was more of a picked tournament character more often. Like if we saw like a lot of Testament players, and it's like, okay, maybe like if one of his like worst matchups is like a top tier and they played a lot, maybe we go down, right? But like I don't know. I feel like you're not seeing that as much. The only Testament
you seeing a lot of Faust? You seeing a lot of Faust?
No, you're not seeing a lot of Faust either. So like that's very fair. That's very fair. He's a very niche character, so I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of things that people don't talk about is like matchup unfamiliarity. Like if you're not familiar with the matchup,
sure.
Yeah, like this character could actually just rob you. Like
this character is literally one of the characters I hate the most in the whole game.
Really?
Yeah, I hate Faust. I think he's so scrubby. I think he's scrubby, and he enabled. I mean, to be fair, this game enables a lot of idiocy. But Faust is like one of the biggest.
Faust is, you think so?
It's
so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that because I agree. I only think he's like that when he has 50 meter.
Oh no, I'm different. Okay. So I even if someone like really likes Faust and hates me, they're gonna extra hate me when they hear this. When I went to Japan this year, they have like a foodie player. The Ram player Saudi is like a foodie. He took us to a really fancy place. They're like, "Who's your most hated character?" People like HC, Soul, Kai. I get to me, I go Faust. I scream Faust at the top of my fucking lungs because we have the room to ourselves, right? And we've been drinking. And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, "That nigga has 18 bursts. He could DP you and hit stun." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Mini Faust." And are fucking bursts and DPs in hit stun.
Mini Faust is actually a burst.
Yeah. And they're like, "Man, my command grab is so sick." I'm like, "Wow, so inspirational that you did command grab when some shit that doesn't go away on hit is coming."
Yeah, like
you're so brave.
You're so brave. Oh my gosh, you're actually so right. You're so right.
Because the thing, what I figured out was Baiken Faust is Doom, right? But they're all like, "Oh, it's crawl." You know, he crawls on her. No, the problem is the bitch can't combo, and he has shit that he doesn't have to burst her because when he gets items out, they fucking hit you, so they get stupider. You get a hit at least in a combo, and the shit hits you. So he keeps his burst. It's so rage-inducing.
He's actually so cap like when you think about it. But
so cap.
My thing is you could have such a Faust round too, where you just start throwing items on the screen. I feel like the Faust player doesn't even know what the fuck is going on, but like the items is like
no, they do. They live for that. They pick him for that.
Oh my gosh, it's so annoying.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Faust is definitely one of those characters where if you don't play him enough, he's definitely one of those where it's like, oh my gosh, this character.
And the worst part is that he's not top tier, and I have to admit it. I can't lie and be like he's the best character.
You can't cap.
You know,
I wouldn't say
broken all the time.
I wouldn't sit here and let you cap either. I wouldn't sit here and let you cap. Also, this character at 50 meters is the most cap shit ever. But that's it. That's all.
There's a trick to dealing with that. I know you talk about teleport. There's a trick to dealing with it.
It's not even just teleport. It's like.
What else is there?
It's teleport.
Fucking tornado?
No, well, tornado is whatever. But super PRC is the bane of my existence. I know you're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, just media, just call it out, delay it." Like,
no. Actually, so what's funny is that now since you're playing Nago, I'm like, oh, it's pretty cap.
Like, super PRC is so annoying. Like, oh my god.
One of the best parts about playing Baiken is super PRC is not real when you play Baiken. That's just fire.
What do you use?
You just tatami them.
Just media tatami. That's fire.
Yeah, because you hit the PRC.
It's funny because
the frames don't mean shit.
Yeah, for super PRC on Nago, it's like I have to do meaty close slash, or I'm gonna do meaty bite, or like meaty 2K or some shit like that.
Yeah, you have to call it out.
Like, I actually have to like delay close slash, or maybe I could do 6H, but like meaty 6H. Like I don't know. Maybe it's not
No,
the worst.
it ends up being hard. Like the answer with most characters is you safe jump and you option select something. You option select like
Yeah,
jump.
yeah,
Which
I thought
Nago
so.
does not do.
Yeah, I was saying Nago's never. Usually, your best option with Nago is not to jump. You're usually better off on the ground. But anyways, we spent too much time talking about Faust. Fuck that character.
Yeah, fuck that character. I agree.
What do you think about Millia? I'll let you.
Millia sucks. Millia sucks.
Okay, so
Millia got nerfed this patch.
Really?
Yeah. Not only did Millia get nerfed this patch. See, I'm glad once you become a super popular streamer doing 2xKO because everyone learns how cool you are. I'm not gonna be able to say shit on stream anymore. But someone posted a video of all Millia counterplay to everything. A
Really?
Millia player posted it. Yeah. A
Why?
Millia player I was like, what the fuck is this? Why? I don't even play the character anymore, and I'm mad they did that.
Yo, that's actually so crazy. Like, imagine you're playing a he probably don't enter tournaments. That's why he's like, he just wants a reason to downplay. Like, yeah, this is what you can do about all this.
Allegedly, they uninstalled the game today. Allegedly, I don't know if that part's true. Allegedly, they stopped playing. And
they stopped playing and uninstalled the game today. No fucking wonder. You posted all your counterplay. What the
fuck? But that shit like I was like, dude. That's a fed, bro.
No, actually, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, but cop.
That's a whole ass fed.
I didn't know cosplay Millia. That's crazy.
No, so Millia.
Where'd you place her?
The worst part is that people still aren't going to learn this shit.
You know, I'm one of the people that don't know the matchup like as well as other people do. So I really just like try to kill her in like 2 hits. So
yeah, I mean,
I feel like Nago is a bad matchup for her.
It's fine. Nago, I think usually beats. Well, last match I think she beats Nago maybe.
Okay, and then
we'll probably have to snowball him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the problem is they nerfed the wild assault knockdown, which fair enough, but that was like the saving grace of both Millia and Baiken against some characters was like, oh, you break the wall of wild assault, so you have to meter right away to like hoe them. Where now you can't do that anymore. So
yeah, we got to see.
I think she's weaker.
Yeah. I really think a lot of the fast characters in this game really got nerfed with that wild assault change because they got
not Geo.
Well, Geo doesn't count because she's a fast character, but she also hits like fucking Nago. So like, I don't know. I feel like that character doesn't count.
I know, Chipp does good damage.
If you're like not like a run up 2K2D infinitely Chipp player, if you like actually play around wreck a counter hit and it goes straight into super and look for wall breaks and stuff like that, yeah, you're doing damage.
I guess I had a weird thought about Chipp just now. It's like if you play Chipp, the worse your opponent is, the less damage he does. It's very weird because your opponent doesn't block. So you just them because in my head I'm like, oh, he builds all this risk and he hits you and he explodes you. But like if they suck,
like,
they
what
just
if you just didn't block? So, yeah, what if you just didn't block?
Just get hit by everything.
Yo, Loki, that might be the strat. Like you just sit there and get hit.
A.B.A Chipp, I get hit like 6 times a round, like just trying to get out and like guessing on stuff. And I get one right, I transform and kill him immediately.
Yo, that's actually so hype. Maybe that's the counterplay. Yeah. And maybe you're just trying to like IBFD his buttons or like some shit like that, get him away from you and give yourself infinite chances.
This is an okay spot. We'll
live for here. And then Zato, the only change that I know that he got is like that one teleport change where you can teleport to the
No, he got he got a couple of good buffs this match.
And they buffed Pierce, right? Or
they buffed Pierce, so it's easier to combo with it on slash counter hits and they get a lot of slash counter hits. They made it so that if you blue burst or YRC Eddie,
it doesn't. Yeah, it ends Eddie, but it recharges where it stopped. That's actually huge for him. So you actually don't lose the game for people using defensive options.
That's pretty big. So right now they say they still think he's bad, but they don't think like he's in his own tier bad. Like last patch.
I gotta ask Jonathan. Jonathan will actually keep it so real.
And then also stuff that he hates is a little weaker right now.
Okay, I can see him being like around the same power level as these characters, but I feel like if you know how to play Zato, like, and you're actually like labbing all these like crazy new funky setups he has, he could probably be like move up like ahead of like I think these characters maybe. Let me see. Look, Ram, I think this character that's tier. I don't think that's ever gonna change. Like in my opinion.
No, this patch, last patch I didn't think she was top tier. This patch maybe. But last patch was not good for her.
What do you think was not good for her? Like the top tiers, like Goldlewis and like
the top tiers, like Wild Assault being nerfed because she was one of the biggest offenders of Red Wild Assault. So Wild Assault being nerfed, the positive change doesn't benefit her. She has like she's not good at like mixing after wall break, and then like DP characters are really powerful last patch.
Oh, I see. And a lot of her pressure is like, I can see
extended frame traps over and over and over. So like she was good. She was definitely good, but she wasn't like top last patch.
Okay.
Where this patch, I can kind of see her being top again.
I don't know. My thing is like, I feel like any character with like insane damage like hers, but also like built-in reaction checks to keep their like their pressure going. I always think that's insane. Especially since like you could like slash delay heavy slash or slash heavy slash do your reset or slash do your reset. Like you just mix it up, especially off the 2K 2Ds and mix in with like her record pressure or her DP. Not a DP, but you know what I mean. That little punch shit where you just like kind of close the space. But I feel like any character or just pretty much any character in any fighting game that could like mix up their pressure in that way with that much damage, I always think will have like will be no lower than A tier to me. But I just want to leave her S tier just because I fucking hate her.
Yeah, no, I think she benefits a lot from the patch. Every RAM player is happy with this patch. That should tell you.
Yeah, 100%. I saw Ditto smiling and playing in tournaments and shit. So you're doing just fine. Leo, I don't think Leo will ever be out of this tier.
He might be slightly lower. Maybe.
Like you think A?
DP. So like he's still S tier.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They. I feel like I mean that nigga is so broken, bro. Like they just keep taking away his broken shit. And then he's still like
it doesn't matter. It's too much. Like he's just too much.
And as long as Baiken is kept down, it's good for Leo too. Oh, she's supposed to be him, but she's not good. So you don't have to worry about it. That's another night. And Soul is kind of down too, or not down,
but like a little.
The shit he doesn't like about Soul is nerfed.
So I see. So it helps him. I see.
Yeah.
I will say
that's like one of his annoying matchups.
His flash kick being like you don't have to guess left right, or you can't cross up or mix up his inputs in any way, shape, or form because it's a down up input was so capped because he also got the 50-50 from it. So it's not like Soul.
He had the best TP. He had the best TP.
100%. He probably still does because
I think he still does have the best TP in the game. Also,
he probably still does. But I just think a lot of like. The way he plays his neutral and when he gets his reward off of it, like being back turn. Of course, I think this character has to hit you a couple more times than some other characters, but I feel like it doesn't matter. You just keep your pressure up so long.
It only comes up against big bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
So like they complain about it. I'm like, all right, I do feel you, but like
you played the character too now, so you actually know.
Yeah. So like when you play against Nago and Goldlewis, I'm like, dude, or Johnny. No, people never said that about Johnny.
Yo, Johnny is like the most secret big body character. Yeah, he's the most secret big body in the game. Like,
no, and that shit was an excerpt too. That was one of the shit we were saying in excerpt. It's like, it's not just that Johnny is broken; is that he doesn't fucking die. Also, so it's like you have to try over some characters. You got to try over and over and over again, and then the Johnny bursts, and then he has 25 or 50 meter depending on the game. Then the nigga does vault at you, and he just 50s you from full screen. And I'm like, wow! And they're like, oh my god, I'm so good.
I love that about Johnny, by the way. I think it's so capped, but I love it.
It's so capped. So playing Leo into John, the best thing about Leo into Johnny in this version in Strive is that Johnny can never vault him ever because you just DP on reaction to neutral. It's great. That shit is kind of good.
Yo, see, my thing is like another thing that people really don't talk about is effective health, especially in games like this that are so volatile. They don't talk about effective health of characters like Johnny, to where like you might. It depends on, of course, it depends on the matchup, but you might actually
steel, bro.
Yeah, you might abs of steel. You might end up getting one full burst more than your opponent just because they have to hit you so many more times, and also. You have so much more health and just like in the way like
you can take more risks.
Yeah, you can take more risks, exactly. So like you get more situations to where you could get into your offense and win the game, especially if their offense is like really polarizing or really volatile in like certain matchups. Like let's say I'm playing like I don't know what character runs offense for fucking ever. Maybe like
HC,
Asuka? Yeah, I was literally about to say Happy Chaos maybe like.
Asuka?
Yeah, Asuka too. Like if these characters have to hit me that one extra more time and it gives me that one extra chance or a couple extra chances to where I can, make the right read, I feel like that's all the more important.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying. I mean, people call me a bitch on Millia, but she dies.
She dies. In like 2 hits. You die.
Like, can you blame me?
Yeah, I'm about to say
I just can't. I can't do shit. Like
if I'm playing Millia, I'm not interacting. Soul isn't S tier. Heads or tails. Heads or tails.
Soul is definitely S tier.
Soul will forever be S tier. Heads or tails, brother. What's up, Trunks?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is not ordered yet. I'm still working on it, but next I think we'll talk about Nago. I think Nago's always gonna be good.
Nago's pretty happy right now.
What's crazy is no one plays this character. I want to be the Nago representation, low-key.
Yeah, he kind of I think he kind of fell off because he's definitely still top tier.
No
Okay,
one plays him.
Nago has a bunch of unique problems as far as tournament perspective, but then like I think the big thing is that the players that came up from like HC era and like from a lot of top players talking to each other a lot, like a lot of people like playing control characters where their opponent can't do a lot of stuff. Makes sense. It's a great way. Making your opponent not play is a great way to win.
Yeah,
but
typical fighting games.
I think that plus a lot of people who played Nago actually wanted to play Slayer, and now Slayer's out, so they're just all fucking left Nago. So like, even though he's top, like he's just like not that common right now, unless people like. I mean, and people do like him. But then the other problem is that this motherfucker is the most open world character in the whole game. Like every single Nago is different.
Yo,
even though we all call him like a troll easy, like the big problem is he's fucking super easy, and everyone plays him differently, and it matters.
It does. It actually really
There's
matters.
always the meme is there's always a fucking random Nago in 9th place Evo Japan. Just some dude no one's ever heard of, first tournament. It happens. It's happened every fucking year.
Really?
Every fucking year. Yeah.
Yo, that's so funny because I also think this character is literally fucking Build-A-Bear. But I feel like I showcased that a while ago. Whenever I dropped Leo and I like stopped playing the game for a little bit, and I came back just to play Nago and got like top 3 at I think it was ECC. It's like you literally can play this character however you want, and I think it's such a good thing. But also like it could be so like at least as someone trying to pick up the game again and play Nago, it could be so like hard to come into the game and try to adapt my own playstyle or find my own playstyle when I see these other playstyles that work. But it's also like I can't play the way somebody else wants to play because they have a different idea of the character, right? So
yeah, it's just like he just has so many options on everything that he does that like you just like one of the scariest people. You know, there was that JM Croft said that like FGC Family Feud. And they were like, one of the questions was like, who's the scariest player you run into round 1 of pools? And like the top answer was Punk. That's what people said. Number 1 was Punk. But my top answer is a Nago with no footage.
With no footage?
Yeah, that's the actual scariest player to play round 1 is a Nago with no footage.
No footage is so funny. Like yeah. Because they actually could just be doing whatever they want, bro. Like
yeah, and you die when you're wrong against him. So like if you don't know something about them, or if you don't know that they happen to pick this thing, or they lean into that thing, or they default to this thing, you just explode.
Yeah,
everything is just you explode.
Yeah, so, a lot of his pressure is like it's really reliant on how the defender plays on defense. So like for instance, let's talk about
what
like
they know about him.
Yeah, and what they know.
Don't know
exactly.
That you can interact with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like so for instance, like if I do like far / and like you're inclined to mash there, of course like Fukio back is gonna beat it, and you're gonna get caught mashing, and you die. You're like, okay, I'm gonna sit there and block. I'm gonna do far / and then start resetting my pressure and taking my turn, building the wrist. And you're like, okay, now I'm gonna challenge far / and I do far / Beyblade, and you get counter hit, and you die. It's like, you know, it's a lot of like, it's heavy on the defender for them to know what's going on, but also choose their options correctly. And as a Nago player, I don't really have to choose. Like I could choose like my layer 1 and be safe, but like if you choose like whatever option it is that you thought was gonna work, you could just lose the game for it.
Like, if I main Nago, I would never stream. Honestly, I would just never stream. No one knows what the fuck I'm doing. I would just quietly grind on like a Smurf.
Yo, it's so funny that you said that. On everything I love, I literally said that to my brother the other day. I was like, yo, bro, I'm literally about to just like start grinding the game. No, like not stream, no YouTube, nothing. Just sit there and play Nago and just pull up to Frosty, get top 2. Like,
no, it could happen. The other big problem for him right now is characters he legitimately struggles against. People actually do play.
Yeah.
So like for example, like I think one of the theory ones they don't like is Jacko. And you're normally be like, oh well, no one plays with Jacko, but like someone does play Jacko.
Yeah, exactly.
People do play Jacko right now. Or like they buff Testament for like the 18th time. People always say, I'm one of the people too that like Testament should beat Nago. And they just keep buffing Testament, so eventually it's gonna happen. Of just like Testament's gonna 6-4 Nago.
That actually makes me so mad because I actually hated the matchup before, and they're still buffing this character.
Yeah, they continue to buff the character, and what's funny is like, I actually don't think the Testament buffs are huge. People have sent me like essays on why they think I'm wrong, and I read their reasoning, and I'm like, I hear ya, but like, nah, like this shit is not
but
scary.
just no.
It's not the same as like Asuka doing quarter circles to you at full screen, and then like until he gets the thing that he wants, and then
exactly,
he just
and then he exactly,
or like HC goes like bang bang and just 50-50s you. Like, okay, cool, Testament has more screen control, but the thing is, it would matter against Nago. It would actually matter against Nago.
Yeah, because he doesn't get to interact.
To change, The thing they're saying about Testament is like when you do the slow fireball after knocking down. Now Testament has like a cajillion options. They're calling it another win con. I'm like, that's crazy. That's not fucking win con. But against
it's not
Nago, it kind of is. Like Nago is like, what do you actually do about that?
Yeah, I think like high key, I think you get filtered by Testament. So if you play against Testament, you just pick a different character. I'm not joking.
With Nago?
Yeah. Like if you're playing Nago, like literally, I don't know. Like why would I if I can't do anything, why don't I just play like I don't know, like.
And they nerfed White Wild Soul.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That was like the one thing. Why
would I not play like maybe like Johnny or like Slayer maybe? Or I feel like Slayer might have the same problem that Nago has, but he's not as slow.
I think Slayer should lose to Testament too.
Yeah, he should lose. But then again, we've seen counter hit power bunkers, so like then who fucking knows?
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. I don't want to stay out on them for too long, but let's go to. I think, damn, Geo is so funny because I want to put her S tier so bad, but if it's Nitro on Geo, S tier. If it's not, I'm thinking like A.
I'm gonna blow up my training partner because he counterpicks. That's how you know That's how you know she's A.
Yeah, exactly.
If she was S, he would only play her.
Yeah,
but he plays Jacko into a bunch of matchups, which means auto she's not top tier.
No, okay. The only reason I want to disagree with you is because the way Nitro is like he is going to like if he plays a character, he's going to pick the character that does not have to interact with you at all. Like
no, I had to tell him to go back to Jacko. Multiple people, a few of us had to be like, dude, why are you not playing Jacko?
What's up, Aaron? Kai's top 5? I just don't know about that one. With
Kai, I don't know yet.
I don't know because
I think he gets hurt by DPRC a lot.
Yeah, because it was a way
for him to safe jab. He's easy to safe jab.
Yeah, exactly.
May has like 3 safe jabs on Kai.
Well, she's probably not even the only one with a safe jab. I know, like
she has 3. That's mad random. Like, why does she have so many?
I don't know.
It affects him the most, I think.
You know, I was gonna say I didn't think it affected him too much, but when you bring up that point, I think it does a lot. Because these other characters,
other strengths are still good. Yeah, his other strengths are still good though.
Because I was thinking like these other characters, well, not these other characters. Pretty much just Leo was like doing DP into 50-50. But like if you safe jab Leo, like or you couldn't safe jab him, I could like safe jab Kai. Kai and Happy Chaos better than Leo. Really? I don't know about that one. Here, I'm gonna keep going and then see where I like finalize my thoughts, and then we'll revisit that. Because Kai being better than Leo is something I didn't think I would hear. But
there might have been one patch where that was true.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know, like a patch.
The only thing I could say is I haven't put as much time into analyzing the cast because I'm ODing on games right now because I'm playing so much May.
So that's definitely the play.
I just grind. Yeah.
You going to Frosty?
Yeah, I mean that's next year, bro. That's next year.
Yeah, Frosty is
that's so long from now.
What about ECT?
ECT, no.
Really?
No.
I thought that's either.
Pain.
On for it.
You could just see me in New Jersey, the state we both live in.
Yeah, you're actually so right.
You know?
You're so right. What about Anji? I
want to say he's S tier so bad.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just hating. To be fair, I'm just hating.
Okay.
Like, you know I don't like Anji because I play A.B.A into him.
Yeah, you just want.
Yeah, I definitely hate Anji.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate Anji too because playing Nago and Anji is like, oh my gosh, bro, you're really just gonna sit here and dance, bro? Like,
it must be so painful to be an Anji player and hear like every popular player be like, "Fuck Anji."
Yeah, and he's not even the top
tier. I'm the nicest to him too. I think I'm the nicest.
Yo, y'all remember when Anji was like here? Oh my gosh, actually, because like, why'd I have to interact with Fujin, charge Fujin in your 8 options, and then when you have meter, you just start doing weird shit. Like
they to be fair to Anji is like cool runnings, you know, like this dude really came from the bottom.
He did. Started from bottom, now we're here. Actually,
started from rock bottom. Yeah,
actually,
that's the main thing I gotta give to the character. They just be gassing up. They just really want Anji to be good.
No, they really do. But I actually think he's better than Faust, Loki.
dude, no, it's not low key. It's high key.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
definitely better than Faust.
Okay, cool.
He's unquestionably better than Faust. I hate Faust.
Yeah, word.
I want to say Faust is the best character in the game so bad, but that shit is cat. I know it's cat. I just hate him so
Yo,
much.
I'm not gonna lie, having 3 bursts is kind of top tier. I don't know, 3 bursts, man. I don't know.
3 bursts.
All right, well,
Ino's easy A.
Yeah, I would say I think, but the thing about the like her matchups, I feel like could be really like, well, it depends on how she does it to touches. Yeah,
she's kind of polarizing, but she's really one chance snowballing because they buffed her combos out the ass. So like her main problems before was that she had like 3 big problems. She was too linear in movement and not fast, and then she was bad at converting. So she had to hit you a lot, like old Millia. And what was the other thing? She had like bad cancel options. They fixed all of those.
Yeah, actually, you're so right. Now she has that bullshit plus frame move where like
if she has the guard crushes plus, like everything's faster.
If you're not preemptively checking that move, by the way, why do you just lose? Like
she has a double air dash,
like what?
Yeah, she has a lot of shit.
No, I hate that about this character. But I think what like. Also, her getting like corner to corner confirms where like Wild Assault has always been
wall
like
literally
wall break off of everything. But like I just feel like her matchup spread and her neutral is like probably her weak points. But I feel like
can't
we
see
know
lower than high tier. Like is Millia better than Ino? Like
yeah, you're so right.
Yeah,
I can't. I actually don't even like when I put these 2 characters together. I'm like I don't know. Like I just don't know about that one. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. Now, what do we think about Mr. Goldlewis here?
It will be okay. So last patch he was in contention for a top 1 character.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know because the thing I think it's S tier because pretty much like the thing that was the best about him, like the I think the meanest shit I said about Goldlewis was like if you're struggling with fighting games, you should play him. And I talk all this shit about HC and Asuka, but I would not say if you're struggling in fighting games,
play them. Yeah, but Goldlewis, that statement actually is
literally made for children. Like
no, yo,
oh my gosh. If you can't do strike throw, all his shit is guard crush. Like bare minimum +6 guard crush. There's no threat protection.
Want to know what's so crazy?
If you're bad at winning, he kills you too. If you're not good at mix-ups, everything he does is 50-50. If you're bad at neutral, he's got like 8. I'm over-exaggerating about the neutral skips, but he has several neutral skips. He's got drone, he's got laser, he's got JD, right? He's got all this shit.
When you put it like that,
he has white water assault and it was plus.
You're so woke. You're actually so
woke. He has all this shit. And somehow I'm not Goldlewis' biggest hater. Somehow.
Yo, it's so funny because wait, but the thing is, like, are you a guard crush hater? Like, are you just like
since day one?
Okay,
find the video.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're a guard crush hater, I'm surprised that you're actually not like on the #1 kill Goldlewis train. Like, what? How are you not? Everything
like
is guard crush.
He's good, but when he was bad, the thing is, when he came out, like they're like in theory he was broken, but he had a lot of problems when he came out. So like, I'm kind of like I'll hate characters, but I'm like like they're kind of right about like this thing though. Like I think Goldlewis players are mostly some of them. Not I mean, it's a large player base. He has a large player base, actually. So the majority of them, I think, are pretty reasonable. They know he's stupid. They play him because they think he's funny, or they like doing big damage, and like it is what it is.
Yeah, haha, funny. Hit you for 90%. Like,
and really, the only thing I nerfed is Wild Assault. So if it's just that, he's still S tier, right?
Yeah,
so I think pretty sure he's still S tier.
I also think that the characters that lost, like Chipp, for instance, like really fast characters that you had to like really, you couldn't really use too much like his bigger buttons, or like you can't really use what is it in neutral? I forget. Or behemoths, any like behemoths like preemptively or anything like that against characters that are weaving in and out and getting these one hits and taking to the wall. Those characters are taking a hit as well. So I don't feel like he's in like such a rough spot.
No.
Like he's probably not
gonna be okay, white Wild Assault's -3, but I mean it's still there.
I'm not gonna lie, -3 is actually such a cap like minus frame. Like that should might as well just be neutral. Like,
I mean, yeah, duh. It is.
Yeah, like,
but I mean, for Goldlewis, I think what is it? I thought for Nago, white Wild Assault being -3 literally doesn't matter. For Goldlewis, it kind of matters because he's not good at matching.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but on Nago, I remember they made 6H not cancelable, and I was all hype, and it's -2, right?
It just doesn't matter. It doesn't
and
matter.
I'm like, this shit does not matter. Like, what the fuck? So -3, Nago -3 doesn't matter either.
It's so funny you say that. Like,
actually makes a difference.
Literally, I think earlier today I did like close/6H, like just on block. I was like, fuck it, close /6H. And I was like, oh, at -2, I'm just gonna press DP and get a counter and win the game. Like,
yeah. What does -2 or -3 mean? Nago doesn't mean
literally
shit.
means absolutely nothing. Like, and then I start doing like 2S5H into delay White Wild Assault. If you try to take your turn back when I'm high blood, it's like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna DP. I'm gonna risk it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's fair for Goldlewis. This is not ordered yet, by the way. I'm gonna probably get to ordering it in a second. But
damn, you're gonna order it?
Not just like like roughly order. Just like move some characters around that don't look right. I don't have to like go too crazy. Jacko, I wanted to put Jacko right next to
Jacko's S tier.
Yeah, you think? Really?
Yeah, this bitch is she's so stupid and so corny. I'm still so happy Nitro won though, but this bitch is corny. I told him yesterday she was corny when we played. 2 days ago I played him, and I was like, dude, this bitch is so corny. Corny.
I also think the character's corny, but I didn't want to speak on it because I didn't really know her matchup spread. Because
yeah.
But then again,
it's a couple of things. It's matchup spread. It's how she plays, and she's like Nago. It's actually incredibly difficult to prepare for Jacko. Like if someone is like, oh, one of my good player match, like you know how like just your character matchup spread, and then just you as a player
matchups. Yeah.
So like, how many people do you know that are like, oh yeah, Jacko's one of my specialty matchups?
Yeah, that's not real. That's not a thing.
That doesn't play like Axel or HC or some shit. Like some
shit.
Yeah. Right? It's so rare.
It's so funny that you say that because I've never heard anybody say that about Nago either. Like, yeah, I'm really good against Nago.
But
like, you're just not.
Who beats Nago is like the original dude. That's like Socrates asked who beats Nago, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Who the fuck
the question
Nago?
Is old as time. Like, who beats Nago?
Dude.
Like
the Greeks and Romans were asking who beat Nago, bro. that dude is truly eternal, bro.
Yeah.
truly the original.
Aaron said I'm good versus Nago. It just doesn't matter. You wanna know so crazy? Like, I feel like if you're good against a character, it would matter if y'all had the same interactions. Like, if I have to hit you 3 times, you have to hit me 3 times, and you're good versus my character, that matters. But if you have to hit me 5 times and I have to hit you twice, you being good against my character doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, that just means you're way better than everyone who plays that character, no?
Yeah, actually, actually, it just means you gap. But like, honestly, you can't gap Nago.
Jacko's defense super is one of the more silly things I've seen in a fighting game in the past like 5 years. I think
that shit do be scooping.
It lasts a really fucking long time. The defense, like her shit also like not only is she hard to get ready for, and if you have a losing matchup into her, it's doom. Like you burst her and she just pulls out a minion again, and you're just like, oh my god.
That's what I hate about this character, bro. Oh my gosh, I hate it so much. I burst, she's full screen, and she's like, oh, we're gonna do this again. Hooray.
Yeah. So if you can't stop that shit sucks.
Fuck this.
And then her mix is good. She has a gajillion different types of mixes. Defense super stupid. Parry is stupid. She builds meter out the ass.
Oh, that is very true.
The best blue wild assault, I think. She has the best one. I'm pretty sure.
Is it because of her word on block, or like, what do you think is the best? Oh, can you think of the raid?
She has 2. Oh, speaking of Jacko, so she has 2 reasons. One is that if a Jacko makes you block blue wild assault, she's guaranteed a minion, and minion is win con for her.
Yeah, exactly.
And 2 is she has block strings where blue wild assault is airtight, and there's supposed to be a gap. So normally you're supposed to be able to like throw or backdash or DP or whatever blue wild assault. Maybe HC has that actually. I don't know, but Jacko I know for sure has that. And where it's so rewarding. Yeah, it's so rewarding for her. She easily has one like the most rewarding maybe situation wise because hers is like win con right away, and it's not like hard to set up. Like she can just kind of
do it.
I don't know specifics of it, but she can get it like pretty often. I just played him like a couple of days ago. He did it like at least once a game. He did a string where blue wild assault was airtight. And there's a method dispatch of like you can kind of react to blue wild assault in this patch, kind of. So there are times where I'm like, I do the thing to check for it, and then I just see my character stand block it while a minion laughs at me. And I'm like, wow, that was cool.
It's like, oh, I just couldn't check it. Okay, nice win con.
I was like, sick, man.
And it's so worth it to use her burst like that too, right? Because like if you have them near the corner or anywhere, like it's just so worth it. You just win the game, or you like if you get your hit, you break the wall, and you're getting burst back.
You get it
so
back.
yeah, you're getting
it
back.
Yeah.
Now you have positive bonus.
She easily has one of the. She basically has the best one, I think.
Well, Aaron just said Happy Chaos can do it whenever as well.
I mean, that makes sense. I didn't want to just say it. You know?
Yeah, but that
Happy Chaos, I
wouldn't be surprised.
Jacko, I know for sure.
Happy Chaos to do whatever the fuck. Yo, oh my gosh. Speaking of Happy Chaos,
I know
Happy
Asuka can do it. He's probably. I mean, I thought he was top tier last patch. They're kind of mad at me, but now they have to say he's top tier.
Bro, I will never think this character is lower than top tier. I don't care what Leffen says. I don't care what
nigga,
bro. I don't care what any Happy Chaos player says, bro. This character is always S tier.
I'm the #1 Dunkin' Donuts employee for Aaron. And I still say that nigga's top tier, bro.
Yo, 100%.
I am Aaron's biggest fan. I'll still talk shit about it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You would. I will argue with anybody and their grandmother about this character being S tier, bro. Because there's 100%. No fucking way that this. My hatred for him would put him at top 1 because he's literally the reason why I quit the game. Like season 2 when he first came out. To be fair, he was a war crime when he first came out. To be fair,
yeah, for sure. And what's funny is you played a character that plays well into him,
and I hated it.
Leo plays well into him,
and I hated it. I hated every second of it because I play well into the character, but I don't know. It just the character doesn't fit.
I feel you though.
He just doesn't fit in my brain. Like the counterplay to him, or like how to fight against a character that has a gunshot. Like I don't know. Full screen at any point. I'm jumping at you. Gun is out. You can't anti-air me, so I might shoot. It might not. I'm pulling out the gun. I'm pulling up on you full screen. I might shoot. I might not. I'm doing left right. Literally hold your hand, Gerber baby left right mix up. By the way, like oh my gosh, yeah. So we're not gonna go too crazy into it, but this character just
he's OD.
He's OD. He's OD. Do whatever you want. Win the game. He's OD.
He likes the changes. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. He likes the changes. Woodley May. Yeah, he likes the changes. What do you Baiken thoughts?
Baiken trash.
B or Z?
I mean, I could see Baiken and Zato C in
I'm gonna get rid of
scale.
D. I'm gonna get rid of D. Yeah.
There's no D. Yeah, there's no D in your scale. But I think Zato and Baiken are probably the 2 worst characters. Baiken is the definition of she should be very good and she's not. That's literally it. She literally, like, especially if you're a person who thinks I'm a down player, she has such a good conceptual toolkit. Also, I put 2 years into this character. I know fucking so much shit about this character. She has so much good shit. She's great mix. She has like the best throw in the game. She has all this shit that's good. But
and then you run
into flaws. Her flaws are really big. Like not being the biggest by far is not being able to convert all stuff. Not being able to convert all stuff means that there's 2 things you do in situations where you can't combo off shit. You either just send it and just pray. Or you do your best to process the situation ASAP. And the problem is your opponent, like, let's say you do a far slash that you can't combo off of, and you're facing a character that has a good a good 2K, like Jacko or Testament,
or Axel or some shit,
Axel, like those characters 2Ks. Your opponent is going to be able to do 2K or dash 2K faster than you processing all the things they could do.
I see.
So you either have to just do something that's risky to just like send it, and if you're wrong, HE kills you, Jackie kills you, Axel's not gonna kill you. Testament's gonna kill you, kinda. You do nothing, which means you're giving somebody advantage, or if you process too slow, you pick the thing too slowly, and
you lose.
So it's one of many problems she has. She and all the other low tiers got buffed, and some of them, like, I usually think Baiken is even versus Testament. It's probably the first patch I think Baiken loses Testament since I picked her up.
Really?
Which is not a good sign. And then I didn't know what Baiken Bedman really was, but I got like evenish vibes, maybe, or like slight Baiken advantage.
I still don't know what that character does.
But right now, I'm pretty sure he beats her because right now he has like. I don't know if they get it all the time, but like they do like a guard crush thing that's a left right that with a projectile.
Oh yeah.
And combo off that, and then they layer it with like an overhead or low, and like she can't do anything about that. Like you just have to hold that.
Yeah,
just a projectile based.
Just so great.
So, and then like Johnny being buffed, Johnny's dash being invisible, being buffed. Absolutely.
I don't even know why they. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know why they did that, but them doing it is so funny because like you actually just pull up on people. Like you have to dash twice for them to realize that you dash once. Like,
I actually, dude. Like Johnny they committed to the bit. Like the fact that he has an invisible dash, but he can't dash block is pretty funny. They just really are like, we're never giving it to you.
You're not gonna dash block, but your dash will be good. Like,
yeah, he might be top tier. I think Johnny might be top
tier.
tier.
I'm actually so woke on that. Like, I'm so woke on him being top tier. But I have to see. I have to see it because like I've been playing a lot of the character, and he feels good. Like he does feel.
I see the vision. I see the vision. Like so many characters, like. Okay, it's bad that like people say that Mei might be top 1, and I agree. I'm not saying I don't think Mei is not top 1.
I do.
But
I think she's top 1.
if you think if I think Mei is top 1, and I boot up into Johnny, and I'm like, what the fuck do you do about John Guilty Gear? Is he not? And I thought I was good at it with Baiken. I had a good strategy at Baiken. Is that nigga not top tier? Yeah, he's OP. His dash is fucking. So the dash just enables so much shit. It's insane that like that's the change. Like the other changes matter, of course, for matchups, but like the dash does so much. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, actually,
it's insane how good his dash is. So I like in my head, I haven't like because I'm just been focusing on Mei the whole time. So I haven't like posted like tier thoughts, nor did I post like even like how do I think about the cast power right now? Besides, I just think Baiken sucks.
Yeah.
Like truly sucks now.
I'm secretly ordering this, by the way. While we're talking.
Yeah, but Johnny probably is S tier. Probably. I would be pretty surprised if at the end of the patch, people did not think he was S tier.
I'm also gonna put him here, but I'm like we kind of like skip mad characters, but actually I'm so down to just talk about Johnny. Like at least from what I played on him, like. Literally how I described him when I was playing him in the new patch, since you get reward on like a lot of your like misfinders and misfinder change I think is huge and the dash change I think is huge. So now to me he literally feels like Leo and Nago had a baby. Like I'm not even joking. Like that's just what he feels like. With like his step dash being so broken, dash not reactable. I'm just dashing up, pulling up on you whenever I want to. I have insane range on my buttons, and if I ever hit misfinder going into super, or if I can react fast enough, or if I'm ready for it, I can go into vault or RC vault. And I get a full combo. And anytime I touch you or I get my win condition, aka card, which I can get whenever I have A, 50 meter, B, a knockdown or a throw. Like he gets his win condition from like pretty normal stuff, but his win condition is so like it's so good. It's like you could loop it on some characters. Some characters can't do anything about it. If you can get card up and just you're able to get like deal a lot. Like in these matchups, like what the fuck is Potemkin supposed to do when I'm like throwing card and like max range misfinder cutting card? Like
I think they have an answer. No, I don't know what it is. I think they have.
He probably does. He like if misfinder is if misfinder is whiffing, then he could probably do pluck to where you're sending it back because I think it's a projectile that counts as. But like Potemkin is probably a bad example. Just another character is probably not pulling up on me though. Like like,
I know what you mean.
Maybe like Goldlewis. Like what the fuck is Goldlewis supposed to do? Actually, Goldlewis is the character. Like what the fuck is he supposed to do? Actually, like if I'm sitting there to throw it,
he's got white wall assault. He's got white wall assault.
White wall assault does not reach full screen, not full screen, but max range misfinder. It does not reach.
Really?
That shit is not touching me.
Well, good for you, I guess.
Yeah, no, actually, that's actually so hype. But
oh my god,
I actually love the way the character feels right now, especially with like him having one great forward dash, great pirate back dash. Pirate back dash is OD. And just everything just feels good on him right now. Everything like
he was actually one of the characters I wanted to see buffed the least.
Well, that's actually so funny because I'm actually
because last patch I was like this nigga is so corny. But like you have to acknowledge his flaws because he did have flaws, but he's mad corny, and people are like, "Oh, you don't understand. He's so sick."
Well, what were his flaws? Because I'm trying to figure out like what matchups are not good for him. I know Jacko's not really good for him.
So the two things he dislikes the most are zoning, where they don't have to go into like
misfinder range,
because he's got like sliding misfinder too, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a zoner that plays outside of sliding misfinder, that's just annoying. And then because his dash, his dash was 18, so you could see it, and he has to traverse like a pretty big distance, right? So fast characters also give him like Millia beat him, Geo beat him, Chipp beat him.
Yeah.
Pretty reliably, and then like others are predictable. Like HC, obviously, Asuka was good into him. Jacko's was good into him. Axel was good into him. So like, but then characters like Soul think Johnny is annoying until they corner him, and then when they corner him, it's like Johnny can't get out.
Yeah, exactly. I've definitely felt that in that matchup as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some characters can definitely be.
Now they buffed that nigga's dash, and a bunch of people think they have great footsies and great mix. I hate when they buff characters like that. People they just go so ham.
Yo, round star dash is actually an option. Like people just do round star dash now. I'm people by the way, but yeah, he's definitely up here. I'm gonna leave him there for now. I think bottom
like,
of S tier.
Why are you switching off Baiken while they're fucking teleporting at me? Get the fuck out of my face! Oh my god.
And then next we got Testament. I don't know like the extent of how her buffs are gonna affect.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
this is reasonable. If you're ordering it, there's no shot Testament is better than any of these characters.
Yeah, I'm just putting her in A tier. I'm trying to figure out where I'm
like Kai is definitely better. Anji's definitely better. I think
you
Ino
argue
is better
maybe.
than Faust.
Yeah.
I think Ino's better than Faust, and Testament might be like Faust level.
I'm trying to think about the matchups though, because I feel like Ino might have a worse matchup spread, so I think that's why I think Faust might be a little bit higher. But
because right now the other thing about the biggest Testament change to me is that their meter building is faster now, because their meter building is faster now. Thing number 2 is that they have auto time stuff that they didn't have before that they actually needed. And then thing number 3 is that there's one thing is like a gimmick, but people don't lab Testament because everyone thinks Testament sucks. So that shit is gonna farm people. It's like they have like a one teleport mix up that's a gimmick, but if you lab it, but people don't lab because the character, and one that's like kind of legit.
Yeah, okay, that's
involving teleports. So like they have because their high low mix up is not super great. Like just like conceptually. So the new mid screen mix up that's not the gimmicky one is actually really good for them, and they build a shit ton of meter. They just build so much fucking meter so fast.
I also like to think of like off of these mix up hits that you're getting, how much damage are you doing? That's like a big thing for me, because like a lot of the characters that are above, like, or at least in the S tier, not a lot, but a good chunk of these characters are having decent health bars. Like May is pretty good on health.
So that's why the meter thing matters for Testament so much, because when you have meter or Testament, you just do button super and it does a kajillion damage.
That's good, but you have to be confirming, which I feel like is not too hard.
It's super easy. It's like all the shit goes into the super. You know, Testament has a super that you can combo out of. So it's like it's not like you just do button super and it's over. It's like button super and then you do more shit.
Yeah, okay, like 6H into overhead or whatever.
Yeah, you get more access to it because the character builds meters so fast,
which is really good. But also real quick, kind of think of like an overview of this tier list. Like the characters that are strong, like also have a lot of health. So like you're looking at May, we're looking at Nago, we're looking at Leo, we're looking at Goldlewis, we're looking at Johnny. Like that's like half of the S tier that's have like really good health. So if you're a character that's under them, that you have to hit them multiple times, you have to interact multiple times, I just think that you're just in a worse spot, especially with like especially with the game not being like super offense heavy. Like a lot of the defense matters, and defense, aka effective health, matters a lot right now. So these are the characters that you'll start to see in these top tiers, I think.
So that's what I'm saying about Testament. So like Testament, also you are forcing your opponent to you're either draining their meter or you're doing a ton of chip damage to them also, because it's just like pop stain. It's like crow, pop stain, charge H fireballs. The shit's like 10, and then they like do it again, and then like you have like one spot to RPS. People don't lab against Testament, so they don't even know spot, so they block something they don't have to. They do crow again. They do kick.
That's a lot of me fighting this character. I don't really know when my spots are to like choose my option, but a lot of times, at least when I play Nago, I feel like I don't have an option to choose. So like.
It's very quiet on Testament of like how they were. I don't think they're top tier or anything. Some of them I think they're over exaggerating how much the buffs.
Yeah, a lot of people like to cap when their character feels good to play, but like let's be real. Like when you go to bracket,
bottom 5.
Yeah, like when you go on a bracket, I feel like you're gonna get like you're gonna find these matchups where you gotta really like lab out Testament's options against like certain characters. So, but so about Bridget, I think Bridget is probably in the A tier.
Yeah, I agree.
There's somewhere in A tier. It just seems right, especially with the DP nerf. I think DP nerf is huge, and
DP nerf helps her.
Helps / hurts. But
it hurts. It hurts in that like she can't 50/50.
Yo, Angel, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it.
Like I'm pretty sure they hate Soul, for example, because like they just run circles around Soul, and if Soul does DPRC one time, guesses right, it does like 70% or something.
Yeah, exactly. So now that's happening a lot less, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like right next to Kai is pretty good. I think
Kai probably better than Bridget.
I also think Kai's probably better.
Yeah. Sin, I think also A tier.
Yeah, I was about to say I think Sin A tier. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where
I think most by DP. He's hit the most.
Yeah, because he was cooking with DP. Like He was doing DP, ride the lightning, break the wall, like we're chilling. I'm about to go run my offense, kind of like vibe. But now
he's one I want to improve my knowledge on like the most because like Sin, it is so frustrating to hear Sin players tell me that I don't know the Sin matchup. It literally pains me.
I play a bit of the
character doesn't work against your character. And I list all the shit that doesn't work, and they're like, "Yeah, but you don't know it." I'm like, "Dude, just don't talk to me." So I right now with the DP
if
nerf,
I'm being 100% honest, Sin players probably don't lab. Like they probably don't.
They some of them do.
You lab your combos, and then they just like
some of them do. But the thing was, A.B.A was pretty. I thought A.B.A was pretty doomed into Sid in last patch too, and they were like, A.B.A beats him. I'm like, how? Your DP beats all her anti-DP stuff. So like, how the fuck? What does she do? Like one of her standout things is that she beats DPs, and then
you're doing the one thing. Yeah, exactly. What?
So, like, and he's good at boxing people, and his conversion ability out of control. Right.
Yeah, I gotta get better with the conversions.
He's got stroke the victory, but it's a fucking like +8 guard crush.
Yeah, it's +8 guard crush, and if they get hit on the guard crush part, you just get like a touch of death. So.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, but the DP hurts him. I will say I do agree with him that the DP hurts him.
Yeah, I guess, but also I think other characters that like he's also one of the other characters that I feel like well it was a problem before, but probably not so much now. Like his back, they fixed his backdash, they fixed the like. Well, not fixed it, but everybody got wild assault. So now you're getting conversions off of every hit. He has really long range buttons. It's on the slower end. So when it comes to like brawling, it depends on your character, the character you're fighting against. But like, that is pretty much the character. You want to break the wall and run your offense, and he can do that. But a little bit less now, and he's a little bit less egregious because DPRC out.
Yeah, it's why I want to learn more about fighting him with different characters. Because again, to be fair to them, my only perspective on the character was with Baiken, and that shit is terrible.
Yeah, so maybe
for
not.
For example, when you're like the buttons, you're like, oh, his buttons are slow. I'm like, does it matter that much when he does them from really far and he converts off them? But like, if I'm like Geo, for example, then that does matter. But then also he's got fucking Elcon, so like, does it matter?
Yeah, that's like, how I feel. It's like it doesn't matter, but it kind of matters.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll just leave him there. This character you're gonna have to do for me because I actually have no clue where this character goes, Bedman.
I don't know where he is right now. He's so different.
He's like I don't know. Like I literally I'm gonna make an I don't know tier probably just for him because I actually just don't know. I don't want to.
I mean, he's not Baiken Zato. He's definitely better than them.
Yeah, I think he's better than them. I just can't speak on if he's gonna be
probably A.
He probably is. Like at least from what I've seen.
They not only okay. So here's what they did. I know what they did to him. I just don't know how much it affects the game.
Yeah, they fixed his like conversions, right? So where he can go into 2H more often, and then he could do like the JS is a good change for him and JD, but like
yeah. Those are the main things. They just let him combo more, and then they gave him the vacuum JS. Probably the biggest changes, right? Vacuum JS.
I just don't know
combos more. Yeah, and then the new JD. So now he has like more layers on mix-ups because before he was kind of just a guard crush bot. Of like you just stay plus over and over and over and crank chip damage and stuff. But now he has more like real mix opportunities too mid screen.
Can I just speak on real quick that I really do think that this character is the worst designed character in the game, animations wise. I cannot tell what this character is doing.
It's on purpose.
That's disgusting. Dice game, please,
it's
brother.
Just like Exert, he's hard. He animates weird too.
It's so ugly. Everything looks the same. I don't know what's happening.
That's someone's goat. I heard he was peak fiction.
Actually, and this little girl walking on the screen, like, oh my goodness, please just delete it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but that's just my grace. But I was gonna say I don't know how much that like these sound like good changes. It sounds like healthy changes.
It does no. It affects him a lot though. It affects him a lot. I just don't know how much it affects him compared to the cast.
Compared to the cast,
definitely better.
What's his health like? I'm actually unsure. What is his health like? Is he on like the tankier side?
It's 0.97, but he has no guts.
Okay, so he's
it's
dying.
like the beginning of his life bar is really good, but at the end he explodes.
Okay, got it.
He has above 500 though.
Okay, so it's pretty standard health, but I think right here is fine. I think it's fair we're replacing him, so we'll just leave him.
For example, I think Faust is better than him.
Okay.
I think Eno's probably better than him. Anji's definitely better than him.
Yeah, we should leave him here for now. We'll leave him here for now.
Yeah, we just don't know where he's gonna go. I don't know. That's why I haven't been talking about it a lot. I have both not been talking about characters, nor I have shared anything I have figured out about May.
Yeah, don't
That's
either.
the big thing. That's the big thing.
Don't.
That's my promise with the other NA top players.
Yeah, and I think I'll leave him top of B just because I don't know. Like, I don't want to put him A tier and be like, oh, why do you think he's A tier? I'm like, I couldn't really tell you. Like,
but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't tell for sure. Asuka, I think is easy S tier. Like, we don't have to talk about this one too much.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just say it. It's fine.
What do you think?
No, that's just fire, dude. The more I fuck with you, bro. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
as long
he's
as
stupid. He's corny.
That doesn't mean he's not hard to play.
Better.
I'm not taking anything away from any Asuka players because I do feel like you need a PhD to play this character. But
no, you don't.
What? No,
trust me, you don't,
bro.
You don't. You literally just slam backdash and preempt a bunch of shit, and when they block a quarter circle, they're fucked. And no, and even if he wasn't top tier, let's say he's high tier, barely anybody knows counterplay to him, so that nigga might as well be top tier.
No, you're so
corny.
Right. You're so right.
And there are characters that burst him, and the nigga just does a quarter circle anyway. You can't do shit. Oh my god,
yo, I feel like that's my most hated thing about him.
That's they got with the propaganda, bro. They're like, oh, he's so hard, bro.
No, I think he's hard for different reasons. I don't think it's hard to execute what he's doing, like the quarter circle shit and his like pressure and stuff. But I do think it takes a little bit of thought on your end as an Asuka player, which I think is a little bit more mental stack, where like you have to decide or like pay attention to meter and realize when I can get fucking TOD'd here. Maybe I should back off. I don't have the right cards. Maybe I got to swap out.
But I wish you talked about Baiken like this, man. You just are giving them, dude. It's so I'm telling you, it's way easier. By the way, he does have one of the higher skill floors. It's way easier than they make him sound. Because the main reason
I guess that's what I mean. I might be guessing it. I'm guessing the PhD
part. The reason why so many of them make them sound so hard is because like he encourages you to do things quickly. So if someone who's not good at the game plays this character, they're not going to be able to keep up with the pace of what he's supposed to do.
I see.
And choose to do nothing. Because sometimes you don't want to do stuff. Sometimes you actually don't want to do stuff. You want to like peel back or play footsies for a second or like something.
His footsies are so capped, by the way, because like 2D. Hello. Like
no, 2D has a big weakness though. To be fair,
I guess
2D, by the way, is low key broken, but then also it has like a flaw. So it's kind of
what is this? What is this flaw, or what are these flaws?
So there's two flaws. One is that 2K kicks into 2D have gap guaranteed, so you can DP in between it. However,
because Baiken could DP, right? My bad. I said because Baiken could DP, right?
No, I was about to say. However, Baiken can't
I know.
Parry it because it's a projectile.
I know. I just wanted to troll you.
Yeah. So that's one character who can't do it. But when I was on Leo versus him, I was like, oh, this shit is. Oh yeah, let's go.
That shit's high.
Right? So that's one flaw. The other flaw is if you look at the hitbox or box, like. Okay, so the extreme's like Soul, right? Like Soul is literally like a carpet when he's just 2D, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then most characters when they do 2D, like they go lower, but not like that much lower.
Mm-hmm.
But like Asuka, he just like I don't know, like he's just like kneeling, so his head is just super exposed. So if you have a character that has like a disjoint normal, like a Millia JS or like a Kai JS or just shit that reaches really far, like May JH, and he does 2D, smoked.
Wow.
And there's some normals like May Farslash can hit the 2D from like max range.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
He's just stuck. But the broken thing about it is that since it's a projectile, the attack level, like the block stun he has, is different than the attack level. Because I think it's attack level 2, but you can act faster or some shit. There's something about it that you can act faster.
Yeah, then you normally would be able to since it's a projectile. Yeah, I see. Okay.
So it effectively has more block stun than it.
So do you like the placement though? You think top 5? Thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. Fuck him.
fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
And we'll talk about Alpha. I think this character is like fine. I think it's like A.
Yeah, I think they downplay her. I think she's one of the most downplayed characters right now.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody's like, oh my gosh, I can't do nothing with this character. But
you want to know why, right?
Why?
You want to know why? Because in Exert, she's broken. So the legacy Alpha players expect her to be broken. So when she's not broken, they're sad. That's why they all say she sucks.
I'm glad she's not broken. Fuck that character.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Fuck you if you like Alpha.
Yep.
This bitch is toxic.
Actually, and that's all I want to say about her. I don't want to say anything else.
And the thing is, they do say her flaws because she has a bunch of flaws. To be fair, right? But to say that she doesn't work when you last patch you could burst Zato's thing that lets him play the game, and then Baiken literally can't combo you like more than half the time, and they're like Alpha doesn't work. You can hold him, bro.
No, actually, you can hold that. Actually, hold that.
Yeah, you can hold him. Please,
but
please
now she's mixing. They made the cherry bomb pop up higher for like easier baby food routes.
Low key, it's like a buff and a nerf.
Yeah, could probably change her routes, right? Or like made some routes.
No, so I think it, to my understanding, it nerfs using the bomb as a left right because you don't get to do a second mix up after.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because if you hit them and you do, because it's like Millia, right? You know, like how Millia does left right with disc and she tries to high low you. So if the bomb pops up, now their high option, because like I think the best high option is usually JD. Now if the bomb left right hits, you do JD, you don't get a combo. So you kind of have to commit to it. So it's better in neutral and it's better for pressure, but it's worse for left right. And the left right was OD with it.
Okay, so, I see. I can see that changing it for better or for worse. Yeah. Now this character, I think when she
where does A.B.A go?
Yeah, she's so. My thing is she's so volatile. So it's like if you don't have form, she's like.
Oh yeah, if you're not good here, she's dog.
If you're not good with her, she's like down here, no form. She's like over here actually on my screen. But
no, you're trolling.
No, I'm saying no form. I'm saying with no form. Like
you're saying like the player has no form.
Yeah, like no. I mean like literally you don't have rage like her rage meter or her key meter or whatever, and you're like
her normal mode is good though. No, okay. So here's the thing. I actually can't talk about her that much because pull up my rating update right now. You're gonna laugh. You're actually going to laugh your ass off looking at this. My A.B.A is like it's omega cap when I do A.B.A, but
what's your name?
It's if you just go to A.B.A, it should be like top 5.
Okay, I should be able to just
yeah.
You probably I forgot you.
I might be top 100.
You're under an alias at all times.
Yes, always. Number 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I actually need your thoughts on this. Yeah, I'm about to click it. I want to see.
Scroll down. Go to matchups.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to go look at.
Yeah, look. What is weird about this?
This, a little bit, but it's only 15 games. It's only 15 games, but
okay.
Let's see what else is weird about this. Wow, actually, my goodness. Why do you play against no other characters? Why is he the only character you play?
That's what I'm saying.
You're only
player in 5 matchups.
Yeah, you're counterpicking.
Yeah, I just counterpick because I do it for tournament. I only play against Anji, Baiken, Millia, Chipp, and Faust. But I think I'm actually gonna stop playing A.B.A Faust and try to do more A.B.A Slayer. I tried A.B.A HC. That's just a scam.
Oh, your winner is really good against her.
Against who?
Slayer, but it's only 15 games, but still.
Oh yeah, no, it's not enough. I've just been thinking about doing it.
I mean, I can play a bit of Slayer if you want to play my Slayer, but I drew on my controller while I play.
You drew?
Yeah. I'm not even joking.
I'm not even joking. I've mostly played Slayer offline.
Oh, wait, did we play? Did we play?
We played, yeah. You played, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had no clue what the character's doing. I have like a slightly better idea, but
not yeah, because I use her because basically my thought on her is like, if you have a winning matchup against A.B.A, there's like it's quite literally a waste of time to play it. So like for example, like if let's say you just started picking up Asuka and you're like, man, yo, okay, can you help me with the Asuka A.B.A matchup? I'd be like, draw on your controller. I'm not gonna play, right? But if you have a losing matchup against A.B.A, it is one of the worst fucking experiences you'll have in this game is having a losing matchup against A.B.A.
That actually sounds so cancer.
Yeah, she's just omega polarizing. So the characters I settled on. So like for example, I think she absolutely destroys Millia. Like you don't need to know shit about Millia, and you just win by accident, right?
That's fire.
A top Millia might beat you.
So heavy on the mic.
Yeah, but like a rando Millia, there's no shot, right? Where like Chipp, she's good into Chipp, but like you got to be good at it. Like you got to be, because Chipp can kind of lame her out if you're not like good at it. Or like Anji's another one. Thank God she beats Anji. I think she beats Anji like 6-4, and I have never been happier playing against Anji ever. since launch, basically, I have not been happy playing against Anji until I did that. So I just counter
with her being the counterpick character that you're saying she is. Where do you think she falls in the grand scheme? Like, if you want to solo her in the
It's kind of hard to
tournament,
say.
if you
I
soloed her in the
think
tournament, how do you think you would do? You think you can?
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, you
You can't
can't.
solo her.
Okay.
Yeah, because the problem is at some point you're gonna run into HC.
You're gonna run into HC. You're probably
Jacko.
gonna run into Jacko. You're probably gonna run into Soul. Or
And
May.
right outside top 48, right outside top 48, like, there's a lot of people who play Bridget who don't make top 48, but like they're there. That match is doomed. If you accidentally ran into Asuka, you're doomed. Like there's a lot of stuff that I think Axel is pretty bad. Also, I think Johnny's really hard.
Oh yeah, that matchup.
Elfel never makes top 48, and it's like one of her worst matchups. So if you run to Elfel, you're fucked.
Oh, so you actually just might end up drowning on 4. I want to put an objection. What do you think? Put her in S, or I'm tweaking out. I'm so sorry, brother. Welcome to the stream, though. She's not S tier, but welcome to the stream.
But I haven't played every single matchup. Yeah, I haven't played every single matchup for her.
If she's in rage mode and like you can actually fight and you're cooking, she's like up here, right? She could be somewhere.
The thing that makes the matchups good, her good matchups, her best matchups are basically against characters who aren't plus off a lot of stuff, right? So that you don't have to switch into jealousy mode, but then your opponent is kind of encouraged to approach, because if they don't, you switch into it. Those are the best matchups for her. The worst ones are generally characters that burst her full screen and are just plus for the rest of the game. Characters that make you feel like you have to transform into jealousy right away,
Asuka, or like Axel, or like Bridget,
Asuka, HC, Axel,
or
Bridget,
like Happy Chaos,
or characters who you just can't get out on defense in normal mode. Those are usually the main ones. That's why Alpha is losing.
So like Nago, or like Johnny, or maybe Goldlewis. Like these characters are probably harder to get out.
Goldlewis is kind of hard. Nago is kind of hard. Like Ram is hard, for example.
Ram is easily.
Ram's hard. Alpha is hard.
I think where I'll put her, I'll put her in A, because I do think she has a place, but I don't think you could solo win a tournament with her.
No, you can't. Like, and another kind of like, it's kind of changing. No. Almost from my perspective, every A.B.A player I consider to be a strong A.B.A has her as a secondary. Every single one. So like, there's Tiger Pop. That's
I feel like that says something. That says something.
In Japan, there's a dude named Hiroshi who A.B.A's his secondary, and then A.B.A's my secondary. Like it's just counter picks. Everyone who's like super good with A.B.A is like, oh, I just play her into like these matchups because she's good at them.
Okay, I can see that. Now the last one, we're gonna talk about Slayer. I think he's low-key like high A. I was thinking like high A, low S.
He's like
I want to stand on low S. I want to stand
Nago? On it. No, because his neutral is worse than Nago, but he explodes you more and faster.
I would agree, but he also has more movement options than Nago in some situations where Nago is like completely fucked. At least Slayer has like.
I was about to blow you up, but I'm like,
yeah.
You're spitting,
I'm not gonna super cap, but the only reason I feel like this character like that's holding him back a little, well, not a little bit, kind of like a lot.
Too linear.
Yeah, exactly. He's way too linear. Like
he's too linear. His defense sucks.
Yeah, like how am I gonna counter poke against some of these guys? But my thing is like, your defense could quote unquote suck, but if you gap, like you're just better, you start using IBFD, or you start like really getting into like the ins and outs of how to like beat certain characters, block strings, and like how to counter poke and take your turn back whenever these opportunities present themselves. Whenever you're on offense or whenever you get your hit, you just win. Yeah,
but so like my problems with him, I think he's really good. My problems with him, basically, I think he struggles when he has to throw himself at characters. Like no, so like he has to throw himself at characters, right? So
100%.
so Trevor soon told me that Slayer beats Axel. I was shocked, but he was like, basically he told me Slayer, like Axel just doesn't have the damage to stop Slayer from throwing himself over.
That's exactly my thought.
Baiken's problem. That's Baiken's problem against him. But then the Slayer A.B.A problem is that Slayer has to do that to A.B.A, but then A.B.A can actually turn it around and be like, "Oh, thank you for just coming at me and
then just win the game." Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
but my thing is like I agree with what you're saying, but in that matchup, it just kind of makes it like a volatile like mess, right? So like, I throw myself at you, I win the first round. I throw myself at you again, you win. Like it kind of can feel coin flip, you know?
So the defense thing ends up being like, his best option is he has a crouching 5 frame, but then he has the slow backdash, and then he doesn't when he backdashes, they might buff this about him actually. Like when he's visible during his backdash, he's not invincible.
He's not
like
invincible,
all the invincibilities at the beginning, and he has the reversal out of his backdash, which is good if you use it well. It's good, but it's not easy to use.
It's not. It's good for combos as well.
Yeah. So basically, you have to like 2H, 2P, finesse a hand of doom, or like fuzzy jump, and unlike old Guilty Gears, he's not good at altering his air momentum. In Exert, he can alter his air momentum in like a meaningful way. He has, like May has JD.
Yeah.
He
Okay, I see.
Before,
that would be OD. If he had that, that'd be insane.
Yeah, that would actually help him with he's kind of linear thing. But then his dash jump is really good. It's like Johnny's.
It is really
dash
good.
jump's really good.
I also will say there are some situations where I do feel like I make the wrong decision by backdashing with him, because like if giving up any screen space from round start with this character is a loss. Like you do not want to do any of that, because once you're in the corner with this character, like your get out of the corner options are terrible.
But like, that's why like I don't think he's like top. I think he's very good. Like I thought, like by the time we got to Evo, I was like, I'm pretty sure Slayer's better than A.B.A. Like I probably have a high opinion of her for somebody in this game, because I play her a lot. And even then I'm like, oh well, she has all these matchups that are just like not playable. Kind of. She has these matchups where she's like God, and then she has these matchups where she's like not playable. So whereas Slayer, I think, is kind of just more balanced. Like he generally does well in a lot of matchups. He clearly has some bad stuff. And then like there's some where like, oh, you think it's bad, but actually he could throw a big number at you. I think throwing, like, one of the most important things about this game, like even more important than like having a lot of HP, is being able to throw big numbers at people.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
That can save the character. Like just being like, oh, like fuck it, let's send it on something, and if it works, I do a shit ton of damage, is really important in this game. And like Slayer,
and being good
classic.
in scrambles, he's very good in scrambles.
He's
like
good at scrambles
literally,
too.
like if you just fuck up like any sort of like if you fuck up any of your block strings, or you delay your buttons too long in like a scramble situation, or like anything like that, and I press 2H, you fucking died. If I like am able to call you out with like on mashing with pow bunker, you die. So you don't even get to like make multiple. You can't be wrong multiple times against this character. Along with him having really good health, I feel like it just can make him potentially solo win. I'm gonna say first, I think he can solo win a tournament. I just think
I think he's solo top 8. I don't know if he can solo win.
I'm not gonna lie. All you need a little bit.
Being able to solo top 8, if you could solo to top 8, you have a pretty good chance of winning.
Yeah, right? I think you just might play against one of the characters that just don't really care about your character.
Yeah,
maybe. But if you solo top 8, I think it's S tier, low key. But like I don't know. I feel like if you have like a god path, you could just solo win, right? Like like you were gonna run into like I don't know, like Ram or something, but they lost to like I don't know, the Asuka player. You just shit on the Asuka grand finals, right? Like that sounds like something that could happen. So like
I don't even know if Ram's good into him, because like
I just said any character. I don't know who's good into him, but yeah. Well, I kind of like the way this looks. The only way I would order is that I do think Johnny might be like a little bit higher, like there-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe
the more time I have on this patch, the more I can split this up more accurately.
This is just like I'm glad we had the discussion, because that definitely let me like organize my thoughts a little bit. But I'm definitely subject to change. But this is definitely like I feel like it's been long enough. Like Slayer's been out long enough. The patch has been out I don't feel like nearly as long as we needed to, but it's still good to get these early thoughts out. Yeah.
1 month.
Yeah, exactly. Still good to get these early thoughts out, but I think this is roughly where I would leave them. But yeah.